DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Spirit fingers.
Fucking morning.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. And we're fingering, we're rimming, we're fingering, we're doing all the things. Hey, real quick, I forgot to ask you before the show. I know the last couple weeks I've been having issues with my microphone being too low. Does my mic sound good today?
It sounds fine to me. I mean, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
Does that count? Does it count?
I guess.
As long as I can hear you, right?
Yeah, that's true. I've been learning new things, and I'm just like, okay, well, how do I do this, right? You know, just doing different things, pressing different buttons. Yeah, but how's everybody feeling today? Are you guys feeling good? I know I'm feeling good.
Getting there? Maybe?
Yep, trying.
I don't know about feeling good, but I'm feeling. Like, I still feel. Does that count?
Feeling is the first step. Feeling is the first step, right?
Something like that. Something like that.
It's just been like, I don't know. Well, there was a retrograde this week. I know that, and or was it last week or something like that? It's something about space and the moon and how like
that's just something like astrology bullshit. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, so I don't know that much about it.
Hey, stop pressing buttons, John. Fucking stop.
My bad.
Seriously.
My bad.
I already did that. I already did that at the beginning of the show, and then you put them back up. Stop pressing buttons. I love you.
I missed it. It's like something how like when the moon has phases and how it affects the body and stuff like that.
Are we really talking about Mercury retrograde? What the fuck?
It's a real thing, man, and it affects.
The moon lines up with Jupiter. And the sun lines up with Saturn, and they all line up with Uranus, right? Like that, John?
There you go. And when it goes up your ass, it makes you feel a certain way, does it not?
I guess so.
You know, so, I mean, but yeah, I know. It's been a pretty tame week. I took the fucking week off. I didn't do shit. Actually, I did kind of do something. There's a new intro coming out for DD214 coming out soon.
I mean, it's about time. Our intro's kind of gotten old.
We're gonna get rid of the music or what?
No. Just the video.
New video. So updating it with shit from more recent episodes, kind of like how we were doing in between seasons. We were updating it, but since this has just been one really long ass motherfucking season, because we kind of stopped focusing on that side of things.
Yeah, we're on episode 89 of season 4 now.
Dope. It turned into a marathon. It turned into a marathon.
Here's what I say. We can switch over to season 5 when we hit the 100th episode of season 4.
That sounds good.
And that sounds good. Yeah, I'm down.
Because I think it was like maybe 10, 15 episodes into season 4 was when we hit episode 100 altogether. So
you're right.
So if we end out season 4 on the 100th episode of the season,
and then just do it again each season. 100 episode seasons. There you go. It's like a landmark thing.
Rick and Morty forever. Rick and Morty, 100 seasons. Rick and Morty.
Yep. You can't go wrong with it. But yeah, I mean, Pretty Tame Week. It's reality TV season, boys. So that's where my head is at. So, you know,
I can't wait to fucking hear about it. Like,
yeah,
what have you been watching, John? No, just tell us.
Right now, we're watching The Mole. The Mole. It's just The Mole right now.
What's that? Tell me about it.
Mole.
So,
I have zero clue. So, like,
oh yeah. So they put about I think it's like 10 to 12 people, and they travel into different areas of the world. Now, one of these people is the mole, and the mole's job is to make sure that no one wins money in the pot. That's what their goal is, to take all the money away. And so when the show starts, you don't know who as a watcher, as a viewer, you don't know who the mole is. Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of guessing, you're playing along with the show, like who's the mole? So each person, obviously different personalities. So, there's always archetypes, right? There's always the alpha male. There's always the,
well, I mean, it's reality TV, but let's be honest here. Like, it's pretty fucking scripted too. So
yeah, of course, and I'm pretty, as a viewer of that type of world, I have to become very aware of that, because it is true, especially on a Netflix show. Most especially, yeah. So the whole goal is for these people to get the money by the end of the game, but there are certain things that people do. Like, one person spent $59,000 on an exemption card so he can make it to the next round, and that $59,000 was the whole money in the pot. So now people think that this guy is the mole, so they have to take a test. And what the test does, they have to figure out who the mole is, and if whoever has the least amount of correct answers gets kicked off the game. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's a lot. But it's
your heart, John.
It's a lot more, because this is a 10-episode series, whereas compared to like Big Brother, which goes on for 2 to 3 months at times, and that's a 24/7 watch it every day. So, I mean, my wife, this is the season for it. We're pretty excited for it. Traders is coming back sometime by the end of the season, and that's a little more brutal than Big Brother. So, yeah.
You do like your trash, John. That's okay.
I do. It is trash. Okay. It is trash, and it is good trash. But I think
we all have our proclivities. We all have our proclivities.
I'm just waiting. Just sign me up. Get me in there. I'm ready to win $100,000 in any one of these shows, man. I'm ready for it.
I see you would probably be okay on a reality show.
Yeah,
me and John, me and Joe would not make it. I wouldn't make it fucking 5 seconds on some bullshit like that.
The possibilities of me getting into a fist fight with somebody else in that fucking house.
Either a fight or I would walk. I'd leave. I would just straight up fucking like walk out and be like, I don't need this shit. I don't need this bullshit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like John would like happily play along and like frolic in front of the cameras,
like, my strategy would be, if I was on Big Brother, I would use the 24/7 cameras as a diary. That's one. That I would make a podcast inside the house. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's one. 2, I would fucking lie my way through the game, because you got to do what you got to do to win.
That's honestly, probably where I would.
The only time I will ever watch Big Brother, John, is if you end up getting on the show.
Yeah.
And that's just because me and Jay still have to continue this show while you're on that show and can't do this show.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. But other than that,
so we'll watch that and give people the chronicle of that while.
Yeah. So we did watch this show. What's going on? Thank you for coming. So,
hey Kelly, good to see you. Good to see you.
I just want to say too, I've been popping in and out to the Stone Vet and Master Sergeant things, and I've been so damn busy. I haven't even been watching podcasts this week. I've just been gaming.
I saw Master Sergeants went live like yesterday or some shit.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Really good stuff.
He's always so angry. He's
a Master Sergeant.
I mean, I was a staff sergeant, but I'm not so angry anymore. I'm not so angry anymore. I try not to be angry.
You know, when you have so many people putting a pin on you like a voodoo doll, it gets kind of aggravating after a while. You know what I mean?
I'm not blaming the guy. There's a lot of
you can't.
There's a lot of trash out there. He's taking out some trash.
I mean, whoever's got my fucking voodoo doll, what I need them to do is learn acupuncture so they can get those spots to fucking like make my shoulder stop hurting and shit. Because this shit's getting a little ridiculous. Like,
whoever's got my voodoo doll, like, can you please just fucking finish the job, please? I'm getting fucking tired. Like, can you just
hand it to your fucking alligator and let it destroy the fucking thing?
Was it one of the Chucky movies? Was it Child's Play where they had like the voodoo doll and they fucking started breaking the dude's fucking legs and shit? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like, was that Child's Play? Yeah. Like, whoever's got mine, just hurry up, please. Hurry up.
Steve-O just did like a thing where he made a voodoo doll of himself and he put like his actual hair on the voodoo doll. And it was what happened? Oh. And he put the hair on the voodoo doll and like he just told people to just have their way with them.
Steve-O's a fucking idiot. Like I love him. I love him, but he's a fucking idiot. Like
I saw him live years ago.
So did I. I saw him in Tucson in like the 2000s.
Shit.
The show started with him pissing in a cup and somebody else drinking it. That's how it fucking started.
Sounds like a fucking Steve-O show. But that was also back when Steve-O was really fucked up on drugs and shit.
He was. A dude stapled his nutsack to his leg. We're talking like backflips off of fucking ladders, like just onto a stage. Like this is all like
cutting glass on his tongue.
Oh my god, it was
with a light bulb.
It was fucking stupid. Like it was just.
Now he does all that stupid shit and he's sober.
It's like
he's not so extreme.
I don't know
anymore.
what's worse. I don't know what's. The dude's about to get breast implants and he just got a fucking cock tattooed on his face, bro. He's a fucking.
Wait a minute. Steve-O's gonna do what now?
He's about to get breast implants. He just announced it. Look it up. I'm not fucking lying. He's a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter if this dude is fucking sober. He's a fucking moron. Okay? Like, being sober does not automatically make you better at whatever.
I cannot believe.
Yeah, I've got it right here. Like, the Huffington Post fucking
idiot. Steve-O's a fucking idiot. I don't care how much you like Jackass.
Holy shit.
I don't care how much you like Jackass. I don't care how much you like the Jackass crew. Steve-O's a fucking idiot. He's
undergoing a procedure for a breast augmentation for comedic
fucking
purposes.
Moron. He's a fucking attention-seeking moron. If he was in the army, I'd be fucking chaptering his ass out. Like that's like the last guy in the fucking world I want on my team. That is the last motherfucker in the entire world I would ever want on my team.
What's going on, Sarge?
Some guy like fucking Steve-O. Like, what a fucking idiot, dude. The whole goddamn crew. The whole goddamn Jackass crew.
He did that stupid thing where he put himself on the top of a billboard too. Yeah. Anyway, so
we'll
change it up.
Next topic.
Yeah. So my wife and I watched this new show. I'm constantly talking about The Chosen, and it was great. Season ended great, but then the day after, a new show came out. Now, we're all fans of The Office, right? Or at least that comedic style of filming. Well, Jay, you don't like anything.
Jay's fucking just Jay. Like, Jay likes what Jay likes, and usually it's really weird shit.
Yeah, and it's very niche, and there's not very much of it on Earth.
Or Western fucking soap operas.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So a crew
that soap operas. Yeah, it's the same fucking genre.
Or Vikings, or like as long as somebody's getting a fucking axe like swung into their face, I'm down.
If there's killing, Jay's watching.
I'm down with the death. I'm down with the death.
That's why I keep telling you to watch that show 6 too. Such a good show.
I'll check it out.
So
maybe.
All right. Back to whatever the fuck you were talking about, John.
So this show, it is a film. It's a pilot episode. So there's no other episodes. It's like, if this does good, we'll make more of it. But the show is filmed like The Office, but during the times of Moses, right after he parts the Red Sea. Now it's a comedy. It's a comedy.
Where do you fucking find these shows, John? Where in the fuck do you find these shows?
You want to know how you spend way too much time on the fucking internet? When you find shows like it's The Office, but during the beginning of time when Moses parted the Red Sea.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's actually fucking hilarious. And the opening scene shows Moses holding the staff. And you know, he's screaming like, oh, God's telling me to hold the staff, but he can't hold it. So his brother runs up to him and all these people are dying. He's like, our people are dying, Moses. Pick up the stick. Pick up the stick. Then there's an Egyptian that swept up with them with the Red Sea, and he's lying to them. It's hilarious. It's a fucking comedy.
Sounds like brain tumor enhancing bullshit.
I'm gonna start feeling slightly suicidal here in a second. So,
oh, don't worry, we'll get to that conversation here in a minute.
We'll make sure we hit on that during the final thought. Like, if you're watching TV shows that makes Jay want to prematurely end things.
Yeah, here we go.
What in the fuck?
Yes,
that looks like some fucking Monty Python.
There you go. Hilarious. I know what you want to hear. You want to hear I've been fucking playing the shit out of Red Dead Redemption for the last week and Starfield.
I do like hearing that.
I can't stop.
Speaking of Starfield, is Starfield any better? Did it finally like pan out? Like,
yeah. So I took the week off pretty much. It's been just fucking crazy. I literally gamed practically all fucking week. Mm-hmm. I played so many. I even played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 the other day. That's how. Yeah. Ill is right. Trust me. It was so bad that the game was constantly lagging in the campaign. The campaign was lagging.
What?
Yeah, what? So I stopped playing it. Yeah, I went right back to Red Dead Redemption. I went back to the RP. I've been, I RP all the time. I run the newspaper now. That's a good fucking time.
And usually when he RPs, he's in, high heels and a bunch of makeup.
That's not anymore. Not anymore.
It's like, what was that movie with was it one of the Adam Sandler movies, and like Steve Buscemi like starts putting on the makeup and like because he's got the list. You know what I mean? Like, is that you, John? Is that you, John? When you get ready to play your RP, like
it was Mr. Deeds, I think, when he was calling around the people, apologizing for being like a bad person.
Was it Mr. Deeds? No, it was Billy Madison, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Billy Madison.
Yeah,
I think it was Billy Madison. And
yeah, it was Billy Madison. It was an earlier Sandler movie.
I'm not a crazy Sandler fan, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
No, you just watch freaking trailer trash, fucking
that's
goddamn reality TV.
So Jay, I've been doing something in RP that you may appreciate, and I've been taking some time doing this. I've been making newspapers.
Nice.
For the server. So like I did this is the 4th of July one. So I've been doing some really cool articles. We had an Independence Day event. I got a story about the Butter Bandit.
Tell me about the Butter Bandit.
Fuck. So the Butter Bandit is this guy who goes around town slipping butter in people's pockets so that he can go inside their pockets and take stuff out of their pockets easier.
So pretty much he's lubing people's pockets to pickpocket them.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. I'm the Butter Bandit, by the way. That's
of course you are.
Yeah.
Why does that not surprise me that you would fucking do that?
Yeah, I'm the Butter Bandit, and then and then we have the Wanted board. We have Wanted Dead or Alive, he's actually the developer of the server who's got a fucking bounty on him. So yeah, gaming is fun this week. And then Starfield. So Starfield finally added their creation their creation club thing where you could mod the game. You could mod the game any way you want. So I currently have turned Starfield into Star Wars with a Star Wars overhaul.
Okay.
It's got Star Wars culture, Star Wars races, Star Wars uniforms, lightsabers. So yeah, Starfield's back, baby.
Racism.
Except you made it Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, before I did that, I did play with some other mods, and I did play the game vanilla before I put the mods in. It's working a lot better. It's still
got to be vanilla. Why couldn't it be chocolate?
Then we're gonna call it chocolate then.
Dude, why are you so racist? Like, why are you such a racist, dude?
I didn't make these terms up.
What's wrong with us white people?
I didn't make up these terms. I didn't make tell the guys who wrote the terms vanilla, chocolate.
Well,
but if you think about it, the term vanilla, I mean, there's really nothing in it. It's just vanilla. Chocolate's got a little bit of flavor in it.
It's meant to basically like be a metaphor for something that's just basic,
plain.
Yeah,
plain. Yeah,
because saying it's plain is too fucking easy.
Yeah. But yeah, Starfield, they fixed it. I played Taxi Simulator again. That's actually working the way that it's supposed to, so that's fun. And then I played a brand new game that's free and crossplay, called The First Descendant. And it's not my style, right? Okay. It's not my style, but it's got mechanics like Destiny and Warframe and what's the other one? Anthem. Familiar mechanics, very high-paced action, but again, it's a PvE, very repetitive. You go into a field with your friends, you fight bad guys, and then it's over, with a little bit of story in there.
Okay.
People are saying this is gonna be the game of the year. I highly fucking doubt that, to be honest with you, because there's way better contenders that came out this year than The First Descendant, and the game just came out. And plus, it's still buggy, just like any other game that comes out. But I'm giving it a solid 7.
Okay.
It's
we've had this talk a couple times about how any game comes out and has bugs in it is beyond me, and it's the standard now.
Yeah, I could take minuscule bugs, basic little bugs, but when it comes to you go into a cutscene and someone is talking, but the character that's talking is not showing the character, right, and like everything is just off, it's boring. I don't want to say it's bad development, but it's also it's kind of like you're not paying attention to the little mistakes that are already in there that you're supposed to fix already, and I'm looking and I'm also looking at these RP servers like DayZ, like Red Dead and GTA, where once they have an issue, it's an immediate fix, right. So if these little developers who don't even work for these companies and for these bigger servers for money, and they could do it so fast, why can't the big guys do it that fast?
I agree.
I just want to understand it.
Why don't we have DLC? Why don't we have DLC for fucking Red Dead Redemption 2? And
that's a whole conversation too. Like that.
I'm gonna go on the DLC fucking rant for a minute here because obviously y'all know my love of Nintendo and how Nintendo's still doing shit right. I mean, yeah, we're getting a lot of fucking remakes, remasters, redos, shit like that. But when they do make an original game, they do it fucking right. And also Nintendo, to make sure they're not putting out the same content every fucking year or a new version of the same shit every year,
right,
they actually fucking take the time and do DLC for their games.
Yeah, Nintendo
and do it right. I mean,
the last good with their stuff.
The last 2 generations or 3 generations of Pokemon games have all had DLC packs that after the game was out for about 6 months to a year, enough time for everybody to complete the main storyline, do all the main shit. They release a DLC pack to give you extra shit to do that's going to take you another couple months. The Nintendo does it right. Other companies, they were like, I mean, fuck, Red Dead 2. I would kill for a fucking DLC for that game.
Yeah. And that's interesting that you say that too, because it was just revealed. It was just revealed. I had to
pay $30-$40 for the fucking DLC. Give me DLC for fucking RD2.
Yeah. So there's actually, and well, first off, you said Undead Nightmare, right, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, Like that was they had Undead Nightmare for the fucking first one, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I actually think that's getting released soon. Not for 2, but they're doing the because Red Dead 1 is finally coming to PC. So that's finally But anyways, but yeah, but they were just
fuck Rockstar, dude.
But they were just saying that there was a DLC for Trevor on GTA 5 that didn't get released. It was a story DLC, and it never
got released because
it never got released because GTA Online was making so much money.
Yeah, they forgot the base game and fucking put all their fucking efforts into the online side because everybody played it. More people play fucking GTA 5 online than they do the fucking base game. And they're gonna keep their money where the fucking money. They're gonna keep putting money in where the money's coming from. They're not gonna give money to the story mode side and give us DLC for it when they're making a shit ton of fucking money on the online side as it is.
Yep. Corporate greed. Ooh, just fucking ruins everybody's fucking day. And then Joe and John fucking wonder why Jay fucking hates everything, right?
You want to know what ruins my fucking day?
Tell me.
Can I steal spotlight for a second, John?
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
We're gonna flash back to fucking 4th of July, and you two fuckers know exactly what fucking ruins my goddamn day.
Oh, dude, I want to hear about this. Tell me about this shit on 4th of July, please.
So we decide we're sitting at home, fucking, what is it? The evening of the 3rd. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do for the 4th. The missus is like, well, let's go to the lake. And then she's like, but I also want to go see fireworks. Well, for us to go to the lake, that's like an hour and a half drive. I'm like, listen, if we're going to drive an hour and a half to the lake, spend all day there, I don't really want to go do fireworks that night. And then looking online, all of the municipalities and cities around us did their fireworks on Wednesday night instead of the 4th because of the night of the 4th being technically a weekday, so the next day being a work day.
That was the same for us.
So we got to looking, and finally we decided, hey, let's go to our minor league baseball team, the Greensboro Grasshoppers. We're going to go to one of their games because they're, playing at home. They're having fucking fireworks, all this shit. So we go to the game. Fucking great game, by the way. Up until the fucking end. I get up. I have to go piss. I've probably had like 6 fucking beers at this point. So I have to go pee.
Your team is affiliated with the Pirates. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. And I was just at one of their fucking games. So, so I get up to go take a piss, and on my way back to our seats, they do last call while I'm in the pisser. So I grab another beer. I'm walking back to my seats. I've got my fucking Afghan vet hat on, and I pass some 20-year-old. I'm saying about 20s because he looked young, but he didn't look like not college level young. He looked like starting off college.
And old enough to hit.
Yeah, old enough for me to punch in the face and not get assault on a minor.
I like where this is going so far.
So this motherfucking libtard looks me in the eyes as I'm passing him and says, all veterans should kill themselves. Fuck veterans.
Holy shit. For real? Holy shit. Did he actually say that? Like,
yeah.
How did you not?
Thank you for throwing that banner up.
I got you.
How did you not punch him in the face? Like what preserved you? Were you
holy
you were holding a beer?
Shit.
Because you were holding a beer?
I didn't want to spill my beer. And I didn't want my wife to find out by, the police coming to the fucking seats to tell her I just got arrested.
Oh, responsibility. Responsibility always calls, doesn't it?
Oh, dude.
But he looks me in the fucking face and says this, and I get back to the seat, and I'm pissed.
Just ruin your whole fucking day.
Like she could tell I was fucking pissed because I get back to the seat, I sit down, I tip the fucking beer, and I was buying the 24-ounce beers. I wasn't getting because our baseball stadium sells them in cups instead of, stadium cans or whatever, the tall boys. So, and their prices are actually fairly decent. So for a 24-ounce, any beer that they sell, it's $6.25.
That's way
cheaper. That's way cheaper than fucking here in Kansas City. That's way cheaper than
way cheaper than going to a fucking any type of pro level.
Yeah.
Game. Whether it's MLB, NFL, NASCAR, anything like that, you're paying,
Probably
at least
triple.
You're paying at least $15, $16 for that fucking beer.
I mean, look at theme parks. Theme parks are charging one pizza slice cheese $17.
So that's the thing. So when we were there, I got a hot dog all the way at first when we got there because we just decided we're going to just eat stadium food for dinner that night. And then later on, we go back up. It was time for me to get I think it was my third or fourth beer of the night. And then she wanted some nachos. And we're standing there. I got a slice of pizza, a beer. Yeah. She got nachos. And I think we paid $15.
That's not bad for all that.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's
really good.
So, prices, yeah. But no, this fucker looks me in the face and says this. I get back to the seat. She could tell from the look on my face when I walked up to the seat, I was pissed.
Well, yeah.
And she's like, what's wrong? And I just did this to her, took that 24-ounce beer and just chugged it. And then I said, hold on. When the game's over and the fireworks are done, I'm going to go find this motherfucker. I'm going to punch him in his fucking face. And she looked at me and said, okay, I've got bail money.
Nice. Fucking nice. She said that?
Yeah.
You said that? Oh, dude, Amy's so sweet, dude. She's such a sweet lady.
And then I think she misunderstood. I'm going to go find this fucker and punch him in his face. Because when the game got done and the fireworks were over, we parked coming out of the seats because we had really good seats. I sent you guys photos. We were fifth row back, right side of home plate.
First base side?
Yeah, first base side.
Yeah.
And so we go get out of our seats, go up. We parked to the left of where we were sitting. I tried to turn to the right where this fucker was going because I was going to go find him. And she said, no. I said, if you saw him, you could hit him. Not you could go find him to hit him.
So what's the radius? If you saw him on the other side of the parking lot, would that be eligible for I saw him?
I would go with yes.
I'm still wondering what the fuck possessed this guy to make a comment
to
like
say
that.
Something like that. Holy shit.
How gross. How fucking gross.
And the biggest thing that bugged her about it was the fact that it's okay. So what? Freedom of speech. We all, served. We fought for the fucking right to say whatever the fuck people want to say.
We talked about this last week when we had that discussion about burning flags. We talked about this.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to protest. I got the freedom to punch you in the fucking face.
Exactly.
There will be consequences if stuff happens in my vicinity, right? It is what it is. I don't like being violent. I don't like acting out. I don't like showing my ass in public. But I will.
The thing is, if I was there with the guys and she wasn't there, we wouldn't have sat to watch fireworks. I'd have gone back to the seat. I'd have chugged that beer. They'd have looked at me. They'd have all gotten up and we'd have gone and found the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, there ain't nothing better and more old fashioned than a good old fucking beat down in a fucking stadium at a ball game. Okay, that's as American as fucking apple pie.
I just want to say too, every time the bench is clear, I mean, those are some of the best YouTube compilations I've ever seen in my life.
Man, dude, I'm fighting is part of baseball. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Fighting is part of baseball.
And we've talked about this many times on this show. One of the greatest benches clears moment involved George Brett. Okay, that. Right. It goes down.
He wasn't even trying to fight the fucking other team. He was trying to fight the fucking umpire. You know what I mean? He wasn't even oh, holy shit, dude. And by the way, and
can I put it up? Can I put it up?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's the anniversary is coming up. It happened on July 24th, 1983.
Actually, fucking speaking of anniversaries,
the anniversary is coming up. But yeah, also fuck the Yankees. What?
Don't be mad because it's our year, man.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
It's our fucking year.
I don't want to fucking hear it right now.
Actually, I think speaking of anniversaries, I think a specific DD214 anniversary just happened recently too.
Really?
I actually think so. We're July 7th. So yeah, no, we're officially
4 years old.
This week officially marks 4 years of DD214.
Holy shit! This week, huh?
This is the official week because like we did the pilot episode on June 28th.
Okay.
And then I got my tattoo the week after, so we missed an episode. Uh-huh. And then from there on in we started going.
Every week.
So this week is that threshold week when we were talking about it and we were just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do with it, and boom.
And then we started playing with it.
Yeah, so we're officially in the 4 years.
Awesome.
This week. Yeah, this specific episode. All right, here we go. Oh, nope, not slides. This is not a slide. You ever seen this, Squillini?
There is no spoon.
I probably have.
No, I didn't put any sound on it.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't need the MLB to.
Yeah, then fucking old Billy Martin fucking complaining about shit because that's what the fucking Yankees do. And there's too much pine tar, and then George Brett's like, "Don't you fucking do it! Don't you fucking do it!"
They're looking at it. They're observing it. The
Yankees are such fucking pricks, dude. Yankees are such fucking pricks, dude.
Listen, everything needs to be precise with us, all right? Look at the pinstripes. The pinstripes are the perfect 90-degree line.
Yeah, you're like a bunch of fucking criminals, okay? Like that's like just cheating and shit.
We're like the Army. When you come into the New York Yankees, you need to shave. Which actually I think they changed. Where's the fight?
It's coming.
Here we go.
As soon as he calls him out. He's like, "Oh, fucking fuck no, motherfucker." Like, look at his mouth, too. He's like, "Get the fuck bullshit. That's fucking bullshit." You can read his lips really easy in this. Like,
yes,
like ready to fight he's ready to fight a fucking umpire. Like, he didn't give a fuck. That's George Brett, baby. That's George Brett, baby. All right.
I love benches cleared.
Proud right here.
Oh man. So what else we got? Squillini, NASCAR street racing.
Yeah. So this is a little bit of a change for us because we never talk about fucking NASCAR.
Yeah.
So this will be the second official ever NASCAR Cup Series Chicago street race today.
Really?
They did it for the first time last year. This is now the second year they're doing it.
Okay.
I'm actually looking forward to it. It was a good race last year. I expect it to be just as good of a fucking race this year. That's really all I've got on it. It's NASCAR meets F1 in a sense.
So I looked up something yesterday, and it was when Dale Jr. won the Pepsi 400, like after his dad died, and it was the first race at Daytona, like after Dale Earnhardt got killed.
Yeah,
and then when Junior won, and like I actually saw that yesterday, like it's like kind of rewatched it. But this looks fun. This looks like it's not just them turning left all day, obviously.
I
have no issue with them turning left all day. I mean, it's all about the action. I mean, look at that. That's actually pretty cool to see that NASCAR is doing something like this.
It does actually. Like I could probably watch this a lot faster and easier than I would watch them driving on an oval track, in a circle all day.
I mean, you see the streets. I mean, this looks like they closed off a part of a highway or something. Yeah,
they pulled off. They closed off parts of city streets.
Yeah. Can you imagine the traffic right now in some areas because of this?
Yeah, probably.
Not gonna lie, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I would watch it. I would actually sit down and watch a race like this because this looks like a lot more. There's a lot more to it than like I said, just driving circles all day.
Well, not just that. You're also, I mean, they're not able to get quite to the speed that you would think they could. They normally are used to
on a city
because
street.
Of the fact that you're on a city street, so there's a lot more imperfections in that street and differencing in road texture, shit like that, than there is on a fucking track.
Right.
What I think is really cool is that they probably got the map, and we're just like, we like these areas right here, you know. So, those cars, I think. Ooh, that's a good question. Because don't they use that like in that fuel that makes invisible fire? You remember that incident that happened years ago?
In the fuel?
Yeah, there was an incident at a race car. I'll put it up right now. The fire was invisible.
Oh yes, yeah. When the guy's on, yeah. I've seen that video. Yeah.
Yeah, look, this right here. And like Rick Mears has a pit fire. So like you don't see the fire.
Right.
But it's burning him.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that stuff works, but that's some interesting shit right there. Did you find out Scolini, if they use gas or diesel?
I didn't look that up. I actually pulled up an image of the course.
Let's see it. Okay.
So it's 12 total turns, a total of 2.2 miles.
Okay.
Oh, and they use a mixture of ethanol and gasoline.
Yep.
Ethanol and gasoline, huh?
Yep. The Chicago Street.
All right.
That's it. Oh wow! Look at that's actually a pretty cool track if you think about it. So very long pathways with a couple turns, but that one turn on the bottom left side, that's the kicker right there. That one.
You're talking about down T. It's what T 8, 9, and 10. So 8, 9, and 10 is the kicker because it's really fucking
that's got to be the one that fucks up a lot of people. And then you got that one up on the top right too, which I mean that's an opportunity lane right there. So
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm not a big NASCAR person. I prefer Formula One over NASCAR any day. But with them doing street races like this, I'm interested to see if, as the Chicago street circuit gets more popularity, if they start doing more of them.
Next one is today at 4:30.
Yeah, it's 4:30 p.m. Eastern time today.
Yep. Chicago's Eastern, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always get confused with that. Very nice, very nice. You guys do it for the 4th of July. I know what happened.
We already talked about my 4th.
Yeah, yours was probably the most eventful, Scolini.
Yeah, I worked at the stadium and I got to see a free fucking fireworks show because the Royals played that night. So that was about all I did. It wasn't overly exciting. It was pretty easy. It went by fairly fast. So
they play?
Nice. And then it sounded like the one thing I do love about Kansas City though is because like obviously like fireworks are legal here in Missouri.
Here in New Jersey too, it's so good, so awesome.
The entire fucking metro sounded like the Gaza Strip. That was fucking cool.
Oh shit,
that was fucking cool. Dude. Like it sounded like my neighborhood all the way up till midnight, probably all of last week. My entire neighborhood sounded like the fucking Gaza Strip, like every fucking night, and that shit's dope. I love it. I love it.
Oh, you're about to make me rant right now from the dungeon.
What is it? Don't deserve a 4th of July. What? Who? I'm not
that's practically the fucking rant I just went on about that libtard at the fucking stadium.
If anyone is saying that, then they're un-American and a fucking idiot. Okay? Do they not realize what the fuck July 4th is about? It's about the birth of the country.
Yep.
The birth of a nation.
And we still have reasons to celebrate the birth of our nation. Okay. I don't care how fucked up everything is or gets. We still have reason to celebrate. That's why we celebrate.
Isn't Thanksgiving way more controversial than fucking 4th of July anyway?
You would think so.
You would think so because of the origins of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like poor fucking pilgrims needed fucking help, didn't they? You know what I mean?
Britain got a birthday. Britain got a birthday. Why can't America?
Hey, fucking Great Britain, like our birth is separating ourselves from Great Britain. So
yeah,
because we don't do fucking kings here. Y'all hear me? I don't care what the fuck the Supreme Court decided last week. We don't do fucking kings here. I'm just gonna remind everybody.
Whoa! What did the Supreme Court do last week that has something to do with kings? Now
they ruled that presidents have immunity in some regards.
Oh, that shit. Yeah.
In some regards. In some regards, presidents have immunity, which is not. That's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how that's supposed to go. But whatever.
While we're talking about the presidents, right? I just got it's a small thing, real quick, all right? Because everyone's got their feelings about the candidates. Everyone's got their feelings about every single person that's out there, and that's fine. But what a lot of people don't talk about, and are the things that some of these leaders have done, because every president has at least done at least one decent thing in their presidency. But I have a list here. So I'm going to start off with the Trump administration.
Okay.
So for veterans, this is detailing what they've done for veterans. And Trump did the VA Mission Act, which the purpose was to expand veterans' access to private health care. Those details are they allowed veterans to receive care from private providers if they face long wait times or live far from VA facilities, improved the VA's caregiver program to include pre-9/11 veterans. The next thing was the Veteran Accountability and Whistleblower Protection Act, which was to enhance accountability within the VA, and it made it easier to discipline or fire VA employees for poor performance or misconduct, and it strengthened protections for whistleblowers to ensure issues within the VA could be reported without fear of retaliation. And the last thing is the Veteran Suicide Prevention Task Force. And the purpose of that, obviously, as it says, was to address veteran suicides. And they developed strategies to prevent veteran suicides, including outreach programs, mental health services, and community partnerships.
Okay.
Is there anything that I'm missing?
I don't know. You said that was for Trump, or was that Trump?
That was for Trump. Biden? That's Trump.
Okay. What's Biden? What's Mr. Biden done?
So it's the same three things. This is actually, they should make a law with veterans should live for free forever. Yeah, fucking A.
Wouldn't that be nice? It's a nice
fucking thought. A.
It's a nice idea. It's a nice idea.
So Biden's administration did the PAC Act, which expanded benefits for veterans exposed to toxic substances, and it provided healthcare compensation to provide veterans to exposed toxins such as burn pits, Agent Orange, and other hazardous substances during their service. Extended eligibility for VA healthcare for post 9/11 combat veterans. Next, he increased funding for mental health services, in which he allocated significant resources. You guys could fight about that any way you want to find out where those resources came from to improve mental health services, including increased access to counseling, therapy, and support programs, specifically designed for veterans. What's going on, Freedom Fighter? Thank you for coming, my brother. And the last thing was measures for veterans' homelessness and economic challenges, which implemented initiatives to provide housing, job training, and financial assistance to veterans experiencing homelessness or economic hardship. These measures aim to reduce veteran homelessness and improve financial stability, which I think that last point right there is still one of the biggest problems that veterans have right now is veteran homelessness.
John, are you watching fucking scooter racing? Is that on that fucking TV behind you?
Yes.
Are they racing scooters?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I got so fucking distracted when you were talking because all I see in the background is just like people riding fucking scooters.
Like, yeah. I'm trying to find a new lease in life with that. Don't ask any questions about it.
What fucking channel is that on? Is that like NBC? Like Wide World of Sports? Like
it's just YouTube.
Is it the Ocho? Is it the Ocho? Like all the fucking like obscure fucking sports you never fucking heard of?
The scooter championship hasn't been picked up by any network yet.
Dear God. John over here trying to just finding random ass fucking new sports.
Yeah, no, but yeah,
What's
but
next? Fucking guinea pig races.
no, I don't like guinea pigs. But yeah, that's what the two administrations done. But I again,
we're missing one thing that Biden did. The horrendous pullout of Afghanistan.
that's
okay. Which was initiated.
okay.
Which was also initiated during the Trump administration. By the way, Trump is the one that made the fucking deal with the Taliban. Okay, like let's make this very clear. Like both of those administrations
Did
share
bad decisions.
Like yeah, like
bad
I'm not for even
Biden
1 second.
could have easily changed.
He could have changed. He could have changed a lot, sure, but he didn't. And Trump is the one that made the deal. The Doha fucking agreements.
Yep.
Like so we're not gonna lay that there were four different motherfucking presidents during Afghanistan. Every single one of those cocksucks fucking shares the blame. Every single one of them. Fucking Bush, Obama, Trump, and Biden all can suck my dick on that one. All fucking four of them. Like
that.
Suck my dick.
This next one I got is more than 160 years after they were captured and executed by the Confederate rebels, 2 U.S. soldiers are set to be posthumously recognized for their valor during the Civil War with the Medal of Honor. Privates Philip Shadrach and George Wilson will be recognized for their actions in 1862 when they, alongside 20 other Union soldiers and 2 civilians, infiltrated rebel territory and stole a train, taking it northward and destroying as much of the train tracks, bridges, and other key logistical infrastructure as they could. It was a mobile raid over 200 miles during the course of a week while they were constantly pursued by Confederates.
Dope. It sounds pretty fucking tight. Like
that's fucking gangster.
That's a good reason to posthumously receive the Medal of Honor.
The word is posthumous. Posthumous.
Okay.
Posthumous. Learn how to English, motherfuckers.
It's not posthumous?
Right? No, it's posthumous.
Oh no.
It's okay. I don't expect you guys to be literate. It's fine.
Yeah.
The worst part it's the grunt that's the literate one of the group.
That's the really sad part. It's
yeah.
The window licker is the reader.
Yeah, that is one of
master's degree can't even fucking say it right.
Yeah, that is one of the coolest badass stories I've ever heard in my life. They stole a train and they were destroying the tracks behind them so that they couldn't get another train to come after them. That is brilliant.
That's gangster as fuck, dude. Like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like that's some fucking gangster ass shit. Sometimes you just gotta rob a fucking train, man. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes, okay? Like I'm down. I'm fucking down. Just show me. I'm from Missouri. Show me.
Y'all want something cool to read up on and look at? Look up the I call it the Band of Beavers, and it was like the Minnesota Wildlife Group. They had beavers about flood a town, so the Wildlife Association, bunch of old World War II paratroopers got together, bought a whole bunch of surplus parachutes, created cages, little boxes to put beavers in, and to relocate them. Flew them up in a fucking airplane and dropped them out of an airplane.
Yep, they were parachuted.
What?
They were parachuted.
Beavers, the Band of Beavers.
Yep, This happened in 1948 in the Chamberlain Basin.
Mm-hmm.
How did you even hear about that?
One of the YouTubers I follow, the Fat Electrician. He's a veteran. Oh, yeah. And he released a video on it earlier this week.
Okay.
I'll send you the link to the video, Jay.
Fat Electrician's a fun guy. I like some of his stuff.
There it is. There's the paratrooper beavers. Oh, of course.
That's unreal.
Yeah, that is unreal. Next, we have crew of NASA's Earthbound simulated Mars habitat emerges after 1 year. The four volunteer crew members spent more than 12 months inside of NASA simulated Mars environment at Johnson Space Center in Houston, coming out of an artificial alien environment Saturday around 5 p.m. Kelly Haston, Ansa Celeru, Ross Brockwell, and Nathan Jones entered the 3D printed habitat on June 25th, 2023 as the maiden crew of the Space Agency's Crew Health and Performance Exploration Analog Project. The quartet lived and worked inside the space of a 17,000 square feet to simulate a mission to the Red Planet, the fourth from the sun, and a frequent focus of discussion among scientists and sci-fi fans alike concerning a possible voyage taking humans beyond the stars.
Interesting. Do you guys remember like Biosphere 2? Like
yes.
Outside of Tucson? And like people like locking themselves up in that shit and all that.
So my wife and I watched a really deep documentary about that, how it was started off by a bunch of artists and then all the rich guys came in and kicked them out. Basically. And but the story of how they built it from nothing, how a group of environmentalists had nothing and were living off of farming and pretty much all the basic necessities of life, like in the 1800s, they were doing it. And this group of people, who was the guy? Someone is a part of this. Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon was the one who came in and pretty much pushed all those environmentalists out of the Biosphere Project.
Well, and it kind of fell on its face anyways. And yeah, you'd be surprised how many hippies are in fucking Tucson. There's a lot of fucking hippies in Tucson.
Yeah, I actually that's to me the Biosphere was one of the most interesting and most ambitious projects I've ever heard of in my life. It
was at the time. It was
yes
for the time. We're talking like late 80s going into the 90s. You know what I mean? Like at the time, it was very ambitious, but they just Biodome, fucking Biodome. That was like and like. I've been to the Biosphere and I've seen inside it and I've taken the tour and all that, but they really fucked it up and it was not what it was supposed to be. It did not turn out to be like it did not become what it really was supposed to do. Yeah. And then everybody just kind of like gave the fuck up on the environment, I guess.
Yeah.
Since we're right back to just destroying the fuck out of it anyways. So,
Couple other things. U.S. says troops are leaving Nigeria bases this weekend. Troops are coming home. Make sure you be there for your families. Pretty excited about that. The hot dog eating contest happened as well at Fort Bliss.
I saw that. Tell me about it, John.
So apparently it was a success. There's our boy Joey Chestnut and the vegan hot dog eater.
Yeah, and he wasn't allowed to fucking eat Nathan's hot dogs. Fucking that. By the way, I want to just express my deep.
Oh, look at the pizza.
I want to express my deep and utter discontent with the fucking four soldiers who went up against Joey Chestnut. All four of you suck. All four of you couldn't eat as many hot dogs combined as he ate. So I just wanted to shame those four soldiers for just their utter failure and incompetence at eating hot dogs. Okay, so you should all be ashamed of yourselves and work harder next year. Okay, that's fucking Joey Chestnut. You don't fuck with that guy, dude. Like, I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't that he was eating or moved to vegan hot dogs. It was the fact that he took a sponsorship from another company that was hot dogs.
Right.
And that's the whole controversy about that. But I mean, if the guy wants to eat vegan hot dogs, let him fucking eat vegan hot dogs.
Dude, like I don't understand. Like, it's like nobody can have anything fucking nice anymore. You know what I mean? Like we just have to fucking take nobody's allowed to play with toys. Nobody's allowed to have fun. Everything has to be this like corporate fucking like dog walk. You know what I mean? Like where it's just like you get led around on a leash and told what to like and how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just garbage. It's fucking garbage, and it takes all the fucking fun out of it. We all know Joey Chestnut would have fucking like romped ass and beat the fuck out of everybody at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. So the only reason they have a new winner this year is because they had to find a way to fucking like remove him, right? And they did. Yep. And they did. By the way, the person that won, I think they ate like, I don't remember what the number was, like 57, 40. It was like 47 or 57, something
Holy
like that.
Shit.
Joey Chestnut would have fucking destroyed them. He would have fucking destroyed them. So it's pretty obvious why they wanted him out of there, because he would have just kept winning year after year after year.
He keeps winning.
Yeah, because he's good. Because he's fucking good.
I think that's that's personal preference for him. I mean, look at all the other. I mean, for example, look at all these people fighting about fucking Celsius and that other fucking flavored fucking water. Fucking Prime. As Squillini spitting into a bottle of it. Like it's just personal preference. Maybe he just Nathan hot dogs are great, but I bet you money they're not the healthiest things either. So maybe that was another thing. Maybe Joey Chestnut's dying. I don't know.
No, he's not. No. It's people are fucking stupid. That's all it is. Just like, the Biosphere, fucking stupid. Steve-O, the whole Jackass crew, fucking stupid. Right? Like we're just, a lot of people are fucking stupid. Okay?
Scooter racing, fucking
Scooter
stupid.
Racing, fucking stupid. Right? But we're watching it. Right?
Reality TV,
fucking stupid. Really fucking stupid. But John likes it. We let him have his fucking.
Let me add one more. Disney stuff.
Fucking stupid. Fucking like anything.
But for some odd reason, we're still watching it.
Anything that makes Jay smile ever, fucking probably stupid. Yeah. Like most likely fucking stupid.
And I don't know. I think they're embracing him. They may be embracing him at this point.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with General William Anders?
Was that Civil War?
No, General William Anders, Apollo 8 astronaut.
Yes.
So last month he passed away in the plane crash. Very horrifying footage too. So it's been revealed. So he's the guy who took the Earthrise photo, and here's a guy that loves to fly his plane, but he was known for doing flybys near his friends' houses. And so that is. Friends said that his flybys were not unusual. He typically did 2 flybys, and while he sometimes rocked the airplane wings, he never performed any kind of aerobic maneuvers. And yeah, so he was,
is there footage of his plane crashing?
Yeah, there is.
Can you look it up?
Let's see.
I want to see.
All right. So, and again, this is very sad, but sometimes the gruesome is what makes us watch things, right? These are the things that interest us sometimes. Yeah, there it is, right there.
Oh yeah, he was doing a loop-to-loop and didn't make it, did he?
Didn't make it.
What they fucking stop it right before it hit? Oh, come on. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's super sad, but it goes to show: was this a man who died doing what he loves? Right? Is it because we always hear like, oh, if these speedsters, racing down the highways doing 150, like I want to die doing what I love. And if that's what he loved, is that something that he would have wanted for himself? You know what I mean? Was it not that he was trying to take his own life, but if there was a moment that you knew it was your last second, wouldn't you want to make it your best one?
When did you say he died?
This happened last month.
June 7th.
Yeah.
He died on June 7th. Yeah, that is how Randy Rhoads died from the dungeon. That's exactly how Randy Rhoads died too. Yeah. Fucking people hot dogging, man. People hot dogging. What are you gonna do?
Vegan hot dogging out here.
Fucking that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, and then you end up dying in a plane crash over it.
Yeah, so. I'm trying to see what else we got here. NATO leaders will vow to pour weapons into Ukraine for another year, but membership is off the table, which I don't see why Ukraine can't
be. They can't be at war. Can't be currently in a state
of
war
that's the criteria. That's right.
To join NATO, you have to be, yeah.
In
and then all the
peacetime.
other countries, yeah. And then all the other countries have to agree on it unanimously. So that's a whole thing too.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So I got a hot topic here. A hot topic.
God. Oh God, I can't wait.
Now, we've all lived in military housing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not with my family, but when I was a single soldier, obviously, yes.
Okay. So Army family has been awarded $10.3 million after living in mold-infested homes in Texas's Fort Cavazos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Formerly known as Fort Hood.
Yes. And they ain't going to change the bad shit that happens there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But this is an interesting thing. So when I was living on post housing, I had to move twice because of black mold seeping into the walls. And yes, I am going to call out Villages of Benning, because what they did is that they called the maintenance people to spray bleach on the black mold.
It's like then that just doesn't. That's not.
Yeah, and it just makes it worse. At that time, I had newborn babies, not good for them, you know.
Yep.
And it's just like that. This seems to be a common thing. We were just talking about just a couple weeks ago how I forgot which base it was that they were redoing their barracks.
Yeah,
because of the way the way that the soldiers were living.
Yeah.
So now we're hearing more and more about mold in the houses of the family members of the soldiers. And now check this out. The soldier, what's the average work time for a soldier?
Work time?
Yeah.
Usually no later than like 06, because usually PT is like at 6:30.
Yep. And then when does it end?
5 or 6, like 17 or 1800. You're looking at close to 12-hour day every day.
Yeah, and that also depends on your MOS too.
It does.
Depending where you're at there, you're not going to be home as much. Your family is going to be home.
Yeah.
And they're going to be the ones that are breathing in the infestation of the mold. It's
nobody could ever understand. Like after I became when I got married, when I was in the Army, everyone's like, are you going to live on post? And I was like, fuck no, I'm not living on post. Are you high? I'm going to use fucking BAH. I'm going to get a fucking place off post. Like I had two different, one was at Fort Leonard Wood. And then when I got stationed at Fort Carson, I chose to live off post in Pueblo, Colorado. And like, nobody could understand why I wanted to fucking do that. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I've seen what the married housing looks like on the bases, and it's not good. It's not good anywhere. There's no decent married, like there's no decent married housing, like pretty much anywhere in the Army. I don't trust it. Never didn't trust it then. Wouldn't trust it now. And no, I'm not going to have my fucking family living, breathing fucking goddamn mold spores all goddamn fucking day and night. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, even Cardenas said it. I had the PL and his wife sued Balfour Beatty after his daughter got very sick from the mold in FLW. Yeah. They paid out as well. At
Fort Leonard Wood. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it 100%. And that's like my poor parents. Like they were like, "How come you don't live on post and it's easier?" And then I'm like, "No, Mom, Dad, you don't get it. Like this ain't the fucking Air Force, okay? Like this is like no."
Now this right here, don't they have the budget? That's debatable. We don't know where the budget's going. That's
they can say where it's going, but it's not. Do we ever see that?
They say, "Oh, it's going to NTC," but then it's going to something else that the Army needs.
Yep, and the Army goes rolling along.
I mean, that's probably the one thing that me and my wife have talked about frequently, that we probably wish that we made the decision of living off post, just because of all the issues that on post housing had.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, it doesn't make sense where you basically get all of your BAH deducted and to live in what I would call like probably substandard housing.
Yeah.
You know,
you look nice on the outside.
It looks nice on the outside, but you got to live like 2 fucking feet away from like, you know, Specialist Schmuckatelli and like Lieutenant Dirtbag.
There you go.
And their fucking families. I'd rather just live in a fucking regular ass neighborhood off post. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to keep the army with the army and my family with my family. You know what I mean? Like, and like that's I needed a place to go to, and like living on post, you don't really ever leave work.
Yeah.
At least that's how it felt like for me.
The budget is privatized because they are a privatized civilian entity under contract. Okay, that
which
I
is also
that.
like which also should we I don't think I disagree that we should be doing that. We should not be privatizing housing on fucking military bases, right? Like it's a military base for a reason. It's a base, right? Like so we should not be privatizing anything. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And that's true. My dogs were always trying to escape the house too, so that's actually kind of funny that you remember that. But there are some nice things about living on post, right? You get to hear the booms from the cannons. You get
every day.
Yeah, you know that's
you hear taps. You hear taps at night. You know, like not time in the army is a lonely time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, get to hear revelry and and retreat and all that. So yeah, because I do know Cardenas. I'm very well aware. Trust me, and I still hate it and I despise it. And the fact that money plays such a huge part in like everything we do disgusts me, and I know you know that already. It disgusts me, but here we are. It's 2024, and people are still money hungry bitches. So what are you gonna do, right? Hey, you can just get fucking titty implants like fucking Steve-O and tattoo a cock on your face, right? Like, because that's what we do for money, right? That's what we do for money.
Ooh, this is a good question.
UFOs? No, I didn't. I saw some cool shit. I saw some cool shit at Fort Bragg when I went to selection. There's an airfield out there by the JFK fucking Special Warfare School.
Yeah.
So I saw some stuff in the sky, but they weren't UFOs. I knew what they were. I
lived right next to the airborne towers.
Yeah.
So like it could have been anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like because Fort Benning has it's got the airfield, it's got the airborne towers. They do the training at the towers, and then they fly right out of the airfield, and then you see the parachutes and their lights and stuff coming down.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see. Well, money definitely talks. That's very true. Money definitely talks. I think it's unfortunate that the love of money has basically infested everything, and it kind of that kind of love of money is the reason why houses have mold, because people start cutting corners because they want more money, so they don't spend money where the money actually needs to go, and then now we have to pay $10 million fucking dollars to a family in Fort fucking Hood, who got sick because of that fucking shitty mold. So instead of spending a few $1,000s and like making the houses a little bit better so they don't get moldy, we just paid a family $10 million of our tax money.
Yeah.
Because they got sick, instead of spending a few thousand to fix the problem ahead of time. Right.
I got a $10 million settlement. I'm getting the fuck out of the army.
Bro, dude, 10 million is my if I could put $10 million liquid cash in the bank right now, I would never work another day in my life. I would never work another day in my life.
But don't they have isn't there something that like if you win the lottery that if you win a certain amount of money that you become, I don't want to say it's an inconvenience of the army. It's something else.
You can you can separate if you want, because you don't necessarily need, but you don't have to though. There's plenty of people in the army and the other branches of service who probably are rich. Like they probably have fuck you money, but they choose to stay in or whatever. That's entirely up to them. But yes, you can request like early separation, basically based on, it would be considered they would probably call it a hardship, even though like having that much money like isn't really hard, right? Like that wouldn't really be a hardship, but you could request a hardship separation for that. Like, because yeah, fuck you. Like I wouldn't want to fucking work anymore either. You know what I mean? Like
$10 million.
Who would? $10 million doesn't sound like a lot, but that's basically
change your life.
That's $200,000 a year for fucking 40 or for 50 years. 200,000. You can as long as you spend less than $200,000 a year, you will not run out of money for fucking 50 years. That's basically. I'm 43, so I'm pretty sure I'm like I'd be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to get that much money, I'm fucking, I'm gonna decent down payment on a house, pay off my fucking car.
Yep.
Just so that way I've got a very small fucking mortgage that I can just use that fucking money that's sitting in the bank collecting fucking interest to pay. Yep. Because the thing is, you take some of it, you put a good chunk of it into a high yield savings account. You're collecting interest on that shit. So you're making money as you're sitting on it.
Right. And that's basically, and like I said, like, as long as you don't spend $200,000 or more than $200,000, you know what I mean? Like a year.
Yeah.
You've got 50 years.
Yeah.
And $200,000 is considerably more than I think any of us make right now. So you'd have to be overspending, basically. Like, as long as you live within your means, man, like that's $10 million is like fuck you money to me. That's like I walk away from everything. I walk away from all of it. Like just done.
I'm gonna buy a sovereign nation for that. That's sovereign nation.
No.
I mean, I'd probably spend a little bit more that first year just to get myself out of fucking debt.
Well, sure. I mean, that's what I would pay off my house.
Yeah,
I'd pay off my house.
Like you said, I'd buy a house outright, pay my fucking car off.
Yep.
Fucking get myself out of the debt I'm in, and then the rest of it would sit, and I would just pull every month to pay, my electric bill, utilities, shit like that. I would pull from fucking that. Most of it would sit in my high yield savings account, collecting fucking interest.
Yep.
Making money off of the money I already have to, extend the life cycle of that money too. Because the thing is, the longer it sits, the more you're earning an interest, the more you're putting back into it as you're even using. I mean, so.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Fucking A.
So yeah, I might get more like 48, 47 years off of it just because of, that first year I'm getting myself completely debt free.
Sure. And that's understandable. I mean, buying a house, buying a car, you know what I mean? Like all that, like that, it would take, sometimes you got to spend money to make money, right?
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't have to worry about that house thing or that car thing again for a long time.
I would, my predicament is I would probably stay working for a couple years just because of child support.
Sure. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Just, working, I wouldn't work the job I have now. I would find like a part-time job that I make enough to just cover child support with.
I would work security.
I'm telling you, like I have the easiest job in the world. Like it's not always fun, but it's insanely fucking easy for what I actually have to do. It's insanely easy. So, Jay, you ain't gonna see Jay complain about it. So yeah, what else we got, John?
That's it. That's all I got.
Well,
that's the last news that I had. I mean that's a big topic right there too.
You got anything coming up this week?
No, actually, it's actually a pretty tame week. Got let's see, Fallout's done with Yumi and Lore, which that's a fucking breather. Just the same old stuff. Tam, I'm starting the reality TV show podcast soon, so you won't have to hear me talk about it here anymore.
Oh, that's okay. I love hearing you talk about all your trashy shows.
There's also it's just summer. We're planning to have a good summer. We got Wild West City coming up. We got Land of Make Believe coming up. My son's birthday is in 4 days. My oldest son, so I'm actually very excited about that. I know he is too. Man,
That's good, dude. That's good. I'm looking forward to hearing some of these. I think I read something about that. I read a short article about that on Reddit, but I didn't dive too deep. I haven't been on fucking Xbox in a minute. So
the only thing I play on Microsoft is Fallout, whereas everything else I play on Steam. So it's like I didn't even know this, but I think I wasn't able to play Fallout that day. So, which I should think about getting Fallout on Steam one day soon too.
Right?
Maybe. You got to come to PC, man. Get away from that console. Get away from that constant console stuff. Come to the real world. And
Did you watch Nate Diaz box Jorge
Masvidal? I heard about that yesterday. I had just missed it. I was doing a recording for Bong Rips and Video Game when that fight was happening. Who won that?
Diaz by decision.
Oh no shit! Something else was going on yesterday. Oh no, Money in the Bank was on yesterday. Nothing else. He said no way, clean. He's not coming to PC. You will never know what frontier, high altitude, hopscotch, fucking high energy gaming is until you get one of these things, my friend. But yeah, let's what's this? Take 2 minutes off your PFT mile.
What is it?
I just found something here. Take 2 minutes off your PFT mile. An Army officer emailed me with a goal of dropping 2 minutes off his mile run pace. This is not a tough goal to achieve. If you're a beginner, you should ramp up distance, pace, and intensity over a 6 to 8 week period as described in the chart below. It's a long chart here. It's a long chart. I'll look into that. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. Yeah.
Are you going to start running again, John?
No. I got a scooter. Why would I run?
Yeah, you can race. Yeah, you can competitively race scooters. Yeah.
I mean, my scooter only goes like 20 miles an hour. Those racers would clock me out in a second. Right. But yeah, so you know what time it is, guys. We're at the end of our show. The final thought. Do any of you guys want to take it this week?
I'm good. As far as like you go right ahead, John or Joe. I think it's your guys' turn. So.
Yeah, well, guys, it is that time of the day. It's that time of the hour. It's just every fucking day. It's every second of the day. And I bet you, unfortunately, right now in this second, there's someone taking their life right now. And that's fucking heartbreaking, you know, because it's the world. It's the way the world goes. There is a child born every second of the day. There is a life being taken every second of the day. Don't let it be you. I always have this like notion that, you know, destiny's always written in stone, right? Like your story is already written. You just need to go through the pathways to get to it. And sometimes decisions kind of, it makes a new branch. It changes a different outlook. But then sometimes we go into different roads that put us inside of that cloud, you know, inside of that negative space that we don't belong in, you know. And there are different things to get us in that negative space. Okay, something as light as a song, and something as powerful as losing a pet. You know, these things will bring you down, but you have to know one thing is that you are not alone. The three of us here, we go through our dark moods sometimes. We know you do too. Every single person that is in this chat right now, every single person that watches afterwards, and those around us, even if it's as light as a 3-minute depression, that depression is still vital enough to ask somebody, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, that those 3 words are super important, and maybe just hearing them or saying it to someone who needs to hear it could change everything. So, guys, make sure you dial the National Suicide Hotline. You could text or call at 988. It's just simply 988 or dial 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALK. There is someone there to hear your story today. They sit there for hours on end waiting to help you. It is their job to help you. If you don't want to speak to a friend, a family member, write in your journal. And if you just need someone to speak to, text or call 988 or dial 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALK. And I know not just myself, but Jay and Scolini, they want to see you here in 168 hours, give or take. You know how we are, but we'll be there. We will be there. So just don't lose yourself. That's all I'm asking for. Don't lose yourself. You know, and yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming by. It was a fruitful one as always. Kind of a pretty tame week in news and things and stuff like that. You know, it's just it's just the way it is sometimes. Yeah,
it's okay to chill because as soon as we need a week or two to just chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Shit gets fucking hot. It's fucking summertime.
The weather doesn't help either. Weather.
We don't need any more bullshit.
Yeah, it's actually 88. It's actually 88 degrees today too. Let's bring the kids out today. How about that? You know, go outside, touch some grass, drink some water,
right?
Or whatever you like to imbibe in. You know, but yeah, stay safe, guys. We love you. See you in 168.
Absolutely, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
We'll see you next time.
Later, all.